Welcome to a new English lesson. My name is teacher Lidija Šaravanja, and we are going to talk about shopping today. I hope that by the end of the lesson, you will be able to use vocabulary that you use when you are shopping, and that you will also be able to talk about shopping using present perfect simple. For this lesson, you will need a notebook and a pencil, because you will have some tasks that you will have to write down. You will need internet connection and a recording device for your homework. The lesson consists of 3 parts. The first part is shopping vocabulary. The second part is using present perfect simple. You will learn about formation and usage. And in the third part, you will do things yourself. You will use both the vocabulary and present perfect simple. We are starting with the first task. You will now need your notebook and a pencil. While you are watching the video, look at the pictures in the video and write down all the shops you can name in English. If necessary, you can pause the video to write as many shops as possible. Let's go. Let's see together which pictures were in the video. All the shops are listed here, so you can check the names for the shop and you can also check the spelling. Let's go. The first shop was the clothes shop. After that, there was a chemist's, which is a British English expression, or a pharmacy, which is American English. You already know that some words are different in British English and in American English. After that was fishmongers, then the greengrocers, bakers, a bookshop. After that was the shoe shop, butchers, florists, opticians, then the newsagents, which is British English, or a newsstand, American English. Then there was a petrol station or a filling station, which are both British expressions, and gas station is American expression for that. After that, there was a sports shop, and finally a jewelry store, which is spelled differently in British and in American English, as you can see. Your next task is to look at this dialogue and decide where it is taking place. Mark and Maya speaking. Mark says, "I have a splitting headache. What do you recommend?" Maya, "Have you ever tried paracetamol?" Mark, "No, I haven't." Maya, "This one is a bit pricey, but it's good value for the money. I'm sure it will help." Mark, "I'll take it. Can I use these coupons?" Maya, "Sure." Take a look at all the words. Do you understand all of them? There are some bolded words in this dialogue. Recommend, pricey, it's good value for the money, and coupons. If you do not understand these words or you are not sure about them, copy them into your notebooks and try to translate them. You will have the opportunity to use them later. Where is the dialogue taking place? At the chemist's, or if you prefer American English, in a pharmacy. Take a look at the following dialogue. Where is it taking place? John and Frank are speaking. John says, "Hello, I'm looking for fresh tuna steaks." Frank, "You're in the right place. This market has never seen better steaks." John, "How much does it cost?" Frank, "Only £20 per kilo." John, "That's a rip-off." Frank, "At that price, it's a steal. You won't find it cheaper today." Take a look at all the words. Do you understand all of them? Look at the bolded words. I'm looking for, that's a rip-off, it's a steal. Do you know what these expressions mean? If you don't know or you are not sure, pause the video and copy them into your notebooks. We will deal with them later. This dialogue is taking place at the fishmonger's. I hope you guessed it. Here is the third dialogue. Ruth and Alice are speaking. Ruth says, "Oh, look at these. I've always wanted a pair of sunglasses like these." Alice, "You can try them on. They are designer's glasses. How do they feel?" Ruth, "They are perfect. I hope they don't cost an arm and a leg." Alice, "You can see the price on the price tag." Ruth, "I'm not sure I can afford them. I'll do some more shopping around before I decide. Thank you." Look at the bolded words again and copy them into your notebooks if you're not sure about these expressions. Cost an arm and a leg, price tag, afford, shopping around. You can pause the video to do so. Can you guess where this dialogue is taking place? At the optician's, right? And here is another one. Between Ian and Troy. Ian says, "I'm looking for kettlebells of different weights. I understand they are on discount this week." Troy, "We have them of all weights and on discount, right?" Ian, "I'll take this set." Troy, "Good choice, sir. How would you like to pay?" Ian, "I'll put it on my credit card." Troy, "All right, here's your receipt. Have a nice day." Ian, "Thanks." Look at the bolded words again. On discount, put it on my credit card, and receipt. If you are not sure about these words, pause the video to copy them into your notebooks. Where is the dialogue taking place? At the sports shop. It is your turn to complete some sentences now with the expressions that we used in previous dialogues. A bit pricey, the petrol station, the florists, good value for the money, can't afford something, costs an arm and a leg, and a rip-off. You can pause the video to think about the sentences and try to complete them. You can copy the sentences into your notebooks. After you do so, we can check it together. So it is your turn first. Let's check how you have done it. Something that costs much more than it should is a rip-off. The expression "a bit pricey" means that something is a bit expensive. When you need fuel for the car, you'll go to the petrol station. The florist is a place where you can buy flowers. Something that is good value for the money is worth the money spent on it. If you can't afford something, you don't have enough money to buy it. If an article or service costs an arm and a leg, it is very expensive indeed. I hope that you were successful with this task. Let's go on. Now, let's see in which situations we use present perfect simple. We use it for experiences, and in such sentences, we usually have words like ever and never. For example, have you ever been in a second-hand shop? Yes, I have, but I've never bought anything. We also use present perfect simple when we talk about achievements. In such sentences, we usually have already, just, or yet. For example, have you decided which shoes to buy? No, I haven't decided yet, but you have already tried 5 pairs. I've just realized I don't like any of them. Now, let's see how present perfect simple is formed. Here you can see 3 pairs of sentences. Let's take a look at the first pair. I have already used the new equipment. My dog has just eaten my homework. These are affirmative sentences. Yellow shaded words, have and has, are present of the verb have. Blue shaded words, used and eaten, are past participle of the main verb. This is how present perfect simple is formed. Take a look at the second pair of sentences. They are negative. I haven't used the new equipment yet. My dog has not eaten my homework. Again, there are yellow shaded and blue shaded words. Have and has, yellow shaded, are both present of the verb have, and blue shaded words, used and eaten, are past participle of the main verb. In negative sentences, there is also not or an apostrophe t for contracted form, like in the first sentence. Questions have some different word order. Have you used the new equipment yet? Has your dog eaten your homework again? In questions, we also have present of have, which is yellow shaded here, and past participle of the main verb, which is blue shaded. So let's see once again when we use present perfect simple. We use it with experiences, with ever and never, like in, have you ever used shopping coupons? I have used the coupons. I have never come across any coupons. I have been window shopping in Milan. I have never bargained and I don't think I could. We also use it with achievements, with words like already, just and yet. I haven't found a perfect scarf yet. I have already found 3 perfect shirts. I have just found a nice pair of shoes. I have finished my homework. Have you already had breakfast? Now let's look at this task. It has some mistakes. You can pause the video to find the mistakes and try to correct them. After you do so, we can check it together. So let's go. And now we can check the text together. I have never thought I'd be so in love. My girlfriend and I have known each other for 7 years. We met in front of a local newsagent's. She looked at me and I thought to myself, I've never seen such an amazing girl. We went for a drink the next day, and we have been in love ever since. I have soon decided that I want her to be my wife. We haven't had a serious disagreement yet, but I guess when we have one, we will work it out quickly. We have already discussed our plans for the future and realized we have similar goals. I've just bought her an engagement ring here at the jeweler's. Isn't it amazing? I hope she will say yes. It is your turn now. Make a dialogue using the following words: petrol, pricey, coupon, and yet. So you also need your notebook and your pencil for this activity. And after you pause the video and write it down into your notebook, we can look at one example of a dialogue. So let's go. Okay, here is one example. Tia and Dwayne are speaking. Tia says, "Hello, how can I help you?" Dwayne says, "Hello, I would like to use the coupons to pay for the petrol." Tia, "Okay, is there anything else?" Dwayne, "How much is the teddy over there?" Tia, "You can check the price tag." Dwayne, "It's a bit pricey." Tia, "You haven't used all the coupons yet. Would you like to use them for the teddy?" Dwayne, "I don't think so." Okay, here is another task for you. Make two dialogues using the following words. In the first dialogue, use the words roses, a steal, never, receipt, and already. And for the second dialogue, use shoes, shop around, discount, ever, and just. When you write the dialogues, you can read them aloud and record them and then send them to your teacher. This is how you can know if your dialogues were successful, if they were excellent, if they were just good, or if you should try again. If your dialogue is excellent, it means that all given words are used. The speech is loud and clear, easy to understand. The correct intonation makes it easy to recognize questions from statements in an excellent dialogue. And present perfect simple is correctly used. If your dialogue is good, it means that not all given words are used. The speech is mostly understandable, but not all of it. It is occasionally difficult to recognize questions from statements, and present perfect simple is mostly correctly used, but not always. And if you should try again, it means that your dialogue is not more than one, that you didn't use more than one given word, that it is hard to understand what is said, that there is no difference in intonation between questions and statements, and that there are a lot of language mistakes in it. And for the end of the lesson, think about what it was like for you. Did you understand today's lesson? If you understood it very well, then you can draw the first smiley. If you are not sure about all the things in the lesson, you can draw the second one. I hope that nobody will use the third smiley. And you can make a list of things from the lesson that you feel confident with. I hope it will be a long list. I hope that today's lesson was useful for you, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Goodbye until the next time.